If my player does die by getting hit by a golf ball, I'm resigning.
I like the idea of PGA West Stadium.
Right, PGA West Stadium it is.
So do you want me to give you a quick... oh no, you've already gone for it. Press button. That's a good shot. That's not bad. Do you want me to tell you the general buttons, John? And
yeah, you can give it a go, assuming we have the same configuration, which we might not. But
well,
what I love the most about this is on my configuration, it's X.
you've spliced it. That beautiful. Yeah, that's a good example. Don't do that.
I think that actually went behind you. I think you've gained.
I'm not 100% certain that you can possibly slice a golf ball that badly. I think that was a little bit blown out of proportion.
Also, the other thing to note is if you go
that's not bad. It's back.
If you go over the 100,
yeah,
it makes any mistake worse if you then miss the line at the bottom.
Oh, you overpower it.
Yeah.
To me, it sounded. It seems like I'm actually hitting this ball into a hurricane. Like where are you going?
Look at the wind, John. Because you're now further up and you're facing thing. The wind was going completely a different way. Go on. You might want to chip that in. What club are you using? You're using a wedge.
Wedge, yeah, putting wedge.
Pitching wedge.
Pitching wedge. Something wedge.
Wedge from Star Wars. That's a fair bit of power.
Oh, you're on the green.
Not bad. Do the direction button left or right, or just go for it. Now, if you see, I think there's a little hill in the middle of there.
Yeah, I think that's going to be right. I get you. Right, I'm going to go there.
And then 75, nice. Oh.
Right, I tell you what, Andy, if you're gonna hit this ball into a 15-mile-an-hour wind, when 1 mile an hour seemed like you were hitting it into Hurricane Ibar, then I think you might be in a bit of trouble. You just hit it wildly to the left-hand side.
Yeah, hope for the best. Ooh, that's pretty good, actually. Good again.
Oh,
Pants.
Ooh.
Just missed.
Yeah.
John, I think he might have us on this one.
You were well in the game on this, mate.
What? Look at the wind.
What?
Look at the wind.
I know, but am I... Yeah, I suppose.
Oh, it's gusting. No, the wind's gusting. Let's hope it stays that direction.
Yeah. Controversially going with a bit of a sound wedge.
Oh, jeez.
This is pretty much a fairly perfect round, isn't it?
Did that go in?
Did that bounce off the flag?
It looked close.
Yeah,
look,
very, very close.
It bounced off the flag, I think.
We're looking at the rerun.
Right, 10 inches.
Boy, done good.
I'm glad we record this stuff because this has never happened to me ever.
I think you've been suckering us in, mate. I think you've probably been playing this for days on end,
Yeah.
just waiting for this to happen. Great. So I'm 4 down. Andy's on par. So it's up to Gareth.
That went better than I was expecting.
Nice.
Birdie, you say? Cursing myself there.
I love that. Like I say, I've never played this game before in my life, and the pair of you are probably starting off better than you've ever played before.
It certainly are.
You vibed the wind guy, yeah?
Oh, good call.
Ooh, it's all over the place.
That was luck more than judgment, I think. No. Right.
No, I think you're pretty much where Andy landed. This is pretty much stroke for stroke exactly what took place with Andy. You're a bit more of a maverick player, aren't you, Gareth? It's just like, yeah, that'll do.
Yeah. I've got no real skills, so I have to. It's not a game style choice. Right, 15-8.
So he can level with Andy at this point.
How do I rotate that? I've just realised something. You can line your shot up. Right, what have I got? 8 feet 15, roughly. You dick.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh dear. Oh, I kind of, sort of survived. Survived it.
Watch out for the winds behind you.
Don't give it maximum oomph.
What's that?
The
We've
winds.
got 107 yards, 76 yards distance.
Oh!
Okay.
You've overshot it, mate.
I
Wind was with you.
I pressed the button twice and it just ignored it.
You got to press it 3 times.
Oh, this is going swimmingly. That's fine. It's going straight in from this one anyway, so I just like a challenge.
I think we should congratulate ourselves on actually getting, somehow getting multiplayer to work, even though it's not multiplayer, it's a 3-way, 1-player session.
Okay, so I need about 7. Oh, no, do something. I'm not getting this power bar at all.
What a weird shot.
It's not working in my head whatsoever. This might actually work because all I do is watch. So. Oh no!
You do know it's the next line, don't you?
If you didn't know that, John, you are doing amazingly well. You just signed our death warrants.
I was going to say, fundamentally doesn't understand what he's doing, and is still not too far behind. Wind might hold it in.
From the wind we could bring that in, but I went too far over.
Oh,
No, it's good. Oh,
19 feet 25. With the putter,
oh, it's a bumpy old green.
well, it's saying to use the putter, but I'm in the rough, aren't I?
Yeah,
You're in the weird grass, which is not quite the green, not quite the rough.
I believe
The
semi-rough.
weird grass.
Yeah, it's the trim.
The what?
I've just made that up.
It's all right. I'm pretty sure this isn't the game I used to play that we were talking about the other day. I thought that was going then.
This is the European Tour, Gareth, so I think it came after the other PGA Golf.
That'll be.
So I thought, not to sort of level the playing field, something that you're not going to put lots of hours in. I don't know if it was this one or the last one I played, and then technically we're all playing the same game for the first time.
Yeah. Oh, I don't think many hours of playing 20 years ago is not going to help me at all. There's no muscle memory when it's just one button being hit 3 times.
Still on par, lads.
Ah,
Right, 277. We can do this.
To
260.
be honest, John's score, considering he didn't know what he was doing, was not bad.
that's what they've said about my entire life.
I don't want to say anything,
Ooh,
but that
nice.
was a cracking shot. Maybe I've got muscle memory.
So I am sort of remembering. I actually used to play this with an
He's
uncle
played
who was very
8 hours a
good.
day professionally in the Sega Genesis League.
You guys are matching each other quite well, like because Gareth's in the trimmed as well.
It's actually Andy playing. I'm just sitting here.
Oh, you were meant to tell him.
That would have been a great prank. To be fair. Like Andy's been practicing for like weeks.
Well, Andy's just taking the lead.
And he's 2 in front. It's because
It's all like practicing.
it's because he's wearing the professional gear.
Yes,
Yeah,
I let
yeah.
you have.
I'm going to have my golfing name as Nick Fal didn't.
Nice. They all seem to be relatively similar in layout.
I think that's probably the limitation of the hardware. Saying that, what can you do with a golf course?
Yeah, that's true.
It's a tee, bit of grass, bit more
They could
grass,
put in like special features, you know, like laser robots or something.
giant windmill.
That went into the wind with the wind.
You know, when we said we were going to play 9 holes, we didn't mean for you to aim for the 9th hole.
Now,
yeah.
It's the important thing. It's not necessarily, getting to the place. It's the journey, I find.
why does your map look like the Big Dippist for me?
I think that's the least of my problems.
It's that last.
I think it is.
It's that last. Do you know what line you're supposed to be hitting it on the 3rd one?
Do you know what? Now that I think I know what I'm doing, it's actually going worse.
You parallel with the course.
Yes. So I'm like, well, there we go. That's the power I want, and then I go back to the line.
That's it.
But then it does that.
Because the wind was 11
Wind
miles
change.
an hour.
I think it's because you refuse to take your jeans off and go and put some chinos on.
Right, I'll tell you what. I'm going to do that now. Okay, I'm going to put my shorts on, which aren't jeans.
No, finish the shot. We're waiting.
But I may need the luck to get me in this hole, because I think, because it's par 4, this has got to go really.
You good?
It needs to just go straight in. The wind change is ridiculous. It's literally going between 1 mile an hour and 15.
6, 7, different direction.
Just like real life, that hook might actually
Ooh.
work for you.
Right, so I'm in the trim, so it's on. It's on like Donkey Kong.
You've got distance. It's just accuracy.
Ooh. Robbed.
You're consistent. Look at your scores.
Well, I'm only 11 over par at the moment, so I'm getting there. I'm going to put on the lucky shorts, which is
Good.
going to change.
Hopefully not on screen.
The lucky shorts are on, and
Nice.
I just want to warn both of you that this officially means that the comeback is on.
No, hats are allowed. Right, I've got mine right here.
Oh, what have I done? Sit now.
Just googled it, and the first picture that came up is Bill Murray in a hat on a golf course. So if it's good enough for Bill Murray,
That's fair,
good enough for me.
In fact, it was Bill Murray who popularised hats on a golf course.
Hats on. Yeah, no one wore a hat for him.
Look at that shot. Deep, the hats are on.
The hats are on. Wasn't that a hit song by someone?
I know you say, Gareth.
The hats are on, but you're not home.
I know you say, Gareth, that this will put you back in the game, but I don't think you realise this is just happening because I put on my lucky shorts.
It's good point. Good point. It's inevitable now. John for the win.
Yeah. It's all changing.
Oh my god.
Bunker number 2. Oh no.
Almost.
It's a good job I don't get that far out of my adventurer's hat. I'll be off.
Has anyone ever found out how far off the screen you can actually knock the ball?
Let's not tempt fate. Weirdly, I worked with a guy recently, and his brother's job was he was a professional golfer, but he didn't play golf. He just did long drive competitions, and that's what he did for a living. He was like sponsored and earned a decent living just hitting golf balls a long way.
So essentially, he was a real life Happy Gilmore.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, that's all he did. He just travelled the world and the 7 seas, hitting golf balls. You weren't joking, were you, John?
Well, what you find is that everybody is looking for something.
That is true. Yeah. Not that I want to abuse you, Andy, but your game's gone out the window since John.
Stop distracting me with 80s lyrics.
It's in keeping. It's the same year the game
I
was
have
released.
to join in. I'm trying to concentrate.
Oh, if that would have gone in, people would have wanted to have been just like you.
You know,
Tap it in. Tap it in.
I get what Andy means though, because the one thing that the feedback that I've had is they want to see more of Andy concentrating while we stay silent.
Yes. It's what the girls want, anyway.
Right, Gareth, you're up.
Right. Can I do a sneaky? 197. Technically no. But if I overpower it. What?
That you did overpower it. You went too far to the left, didn't you? You didn't go to 100. You went way over.
I know, but I was still kind of not expecting it to go quite behind me.
It's John now trying to distract us with puppies.
Yeah.
John's puppies.
Yeah, I like getting my puppies on webcam.
Your shorts have affected.
Sorry, guys. I didn't think you could cheat at golf, but JJ's pulling everything out of the book now. Lucky shorts, puppies on screen.
And don't forget my cannon hat. This will make this next shot even worse.
Did that bounce off the tree?
I don't know. It looked like it gained altitude.
Yeah.
On the fringe.
It's on the fringe. It's not the trim. It's the fringe.
There we go. We've learned
I
something.
didn't think trim sounded right.
That's ridiculous.
Is it uphill? No?
Oh, yeah.
The only issue is that I need, whilst you guys having a little flap is all great, I actually need to do something on my next effort. Right, straight in, hole in one.
How did that not go in?
It only went 10 inches. What putter are you using? You've got it's a 5 foot setting on your putter, and you only did like 25%.
Oh, that was ridiculous. I joined you, John.
This is obviously going to be fairly simple.
There is a chance you can get a hole in one here. If you do, I'm giving up. I'm just going to
move your.
That's your best shot. That's pretty damn
that's a good shot. Shut up!
Go on!
I hate you.
Oh my god.
You know, when we were joking about Andy practicing all week, I think we found out who has been practicing all week.
Yeah, he suckered us in. He thought,
yeah.
Andy, you've been practicing.
Yeah.
John's nut hasn't slept.
I'll give him an 11-point head start, and then
He'll destroy them.
Right, what have I got?
I was thinking of suggesting for our viewers as well to try and make this interesting and put a bet on, but I don't want to suggest that.
Oh no, he's back to his old ways.
Yeah.
Oh, it's still good. It's your first par. Oh, it couldn't be flatter.
Oh, look at this. Flat as anything.
Slightly uphill though.
Yeah. Andy, slightly regretting forcing me out of jeans though.
Club rules.
As they say, don't call it a comeback. He's been cheating for years. You've got terrible wins, Andy.
I have. I had a curry the other night. It's lovely. I made Tuna Bhuna.
A Tuna Bhuna?
It is, yeah.
That sounds quite revolting. I've never thought of tuna and curry in my life.
It was actually awesome because I did it only because it rhymed, but it was actually very tasty.
I cooked some stuff the other week that I don't know why I thought it was chicken with rice, but it was actually fish with rice. And for the whole time I was eating it, I kept thinking, this doesn't taste like chicken.
Yeah, this chicken all off.
Yeah. I kept eating it though because I couldn't be asked cooking anything else. But it was only when I looked at the packaging that I realised it was actually like a fish and rice dish.
Oh, that's good.
That's very good. Is it? Oh! First birdie.
Nice.
Little replay. Completely sliced it.
But you sliced it in the direction it needed to be sliced in.
The problem I've got now is John is making his comeback. Andy, you're playing better than you have the whole game.
In my life.
Yeah, and I'm progressively getting worse. Right, here we go. Oh.
Do you think this is a game for stoners then?
Oh, back in the day, yeah. Well, it's not the quickest, is it? It's not the quickest game in the world. Oh, you!
That hit the flag?
Yep, instant replay.
Gutting.
Ah, well.
Good for Craig.
Yeah, good old Craig Sadler. One of my favourite golfers.
Craig Sadler.
Yeah. He's got a really, really deep voice. It's a little hoarse.
Right, 5-2, so it's 50%. Yes! Back to the good old ways.
I can see the next map. This is going to be interesting. Please share your screen. Jonathan James to the team, please.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
Bit big one.
Oh, great.
Less is more. Less is more.
So I'm thinking here. I'm going to go for...
Oh, no, no.
Gareth, sometimes you just have to... A man's got to do what a man's got to do.
Okay. As long as you're wearing shorts, because you'll be going wading for your ball. Oh, that's not bad. It's in the water, but...
Oh, is it?
Oh! The shorts, the lucky shorts. With
You jammy git.
indistinguishable stains.
Look at that, that's in the water on the map.
Oh, dear.
By the way, the dress code for any further Final Fantasy games is trousers. You're not allowed to wear shorts.
Yeah, imagine if I'd worn these shorts during the XP challenge, I might have won.
Could have done. Well, we don't know. You still might have.
We still don't know.
I'll have to do that again. Imagine if I'd won those shorts during the XP challenge, I would have won.
Imagine if you'd won.
Well, I'd just like to say right now that my wood flooring is getting absolutely destroyed by the spiked shoes I'm wearing currently.
So glad you said wood flooring.
I'll say it again then. Wood flooring.
I just realised that, let's face it, I don't think the younger viewer is going to watch three grown men play PGA Golf. And we are tending to get a bit smutty.
Oh.
We can edit that out.
I was thinking just keep it in, let's just go for it now.
So, I've got 16 inches, which sounds like a lot, but I'm not sure it really is.
Depends what you do with it, John.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had 16 inches once, but that's only because I folded it in half.
Hit it too hard and you're going to get it wet. The room is right behind you.
Okay, I don't think this is going to require a lot of power.
Really?
No.
Even if you...
Oh, I fucked it. Oh, well, no.
Oh, hysterious.
Going so well.
Oh, that's in the water. Oh, is it? This could be it. This could be our chance.
Yeah.
Drop or re-hit.
It's going to count as one, isn't it? I might drop. I would like to take that again.
I had a one-stroke.
Oh, great.
I had a one-stroke penalty once.
Where did that drop from?
Literally
Nowhere near.
at the closest point to the tee in the water.
Oh, I didn't even line that up.
The pressure's got to
I
it.
panicked.
The pressure's got to the
It's
ball.
going in again!
Oh, you're going swimming, mate.
I was just so furious I pressed the wrong button. I can't even see the map. I've got no idea how far away that is. Right,
You can go right over the other side.
I think Andy's trying to find out how far the boundary is.
Yeah.
you're getting out of bounds.
Can you?
No idea.
Oh, you're on 6 strokes. You're doing well.
At least the wind is with you.
That's what I'm hoping. Oh, don't. Oh, sorry. I thought there was going to be a lake behind that bush and I was just going back in.
Yeah, it goes in a really small puddle that's only there. Oh, it's on. It's on.
Pretty good.
What par are we?
Fairly decent recovery. Oh, that's good. No, it's not.
Into the lake.
Yeah.
Oh no! Thanks, Gat. Yeah, got to play it where it lands.
Ooh. Nice shot, mate.
Right, what do we got?
I'm 6 over par.
What? Were you not on par before?
Well, that
Oh,
just rinsed it.
that looks scary.
Is that the same map?
Yeah.
Got a lot of wind against you there.
It's kind of. Oh, I'll go for it.
Sometimes you just miss a massive one. Ooh.
Oh!
Oh my god.
You know what? The only good thing there was the fact that I, whatever, hooked it or sliced it, because I was nowhere near.
The wind's against you now. What the weather, little weather ecosystem going on in this, considering, well, it doesn't know we're all playing at the same time.
Right. Oh, that's the wrong button. There we go.
You're using a 3-wood there.
Slightly hooked it.
So when people play golf properly, I'm presuming they don't, you know, when they're playing, they don't have a little indicator on the left-hand side telling them where the wind is and how do they know?
Because they're actually there.
Feel it on their face.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, if I walked outside, I wouldn't be able to tell you how many miles an hour the wind was going.
Oh, if you're a professional golfer, you would.
I suppose I do have apps on my phone, I suppose.
They have caddies. Would caddies not have a?
Wind barometer.
Yeah. Or
No, you shit. The thing is now, if I drop it and it puts me where it dropped Andy, I'm knackered. I'm gonna. The only other problem I've got is I don't know which button.
I don't think it's going to go back at the beginning.
I'm worried, but the thing is I don't know. I think my A button on the controller isn't A button in the game.
Yeah. Ooh.
What? Oh, I dropped it. Must have done a drop shot.
Well, really screwed Andy over in comparison then, didn't it?
Right, it's up and over.
That's not bad.
Where should we drop the ball? Oh, I know, Mars.
22, 8.
Driver? Yeah.
What?
It said for a second then, I've got a bit of lag, it said use a driver. You use a sandwich then?
I hope not putter. Right, 7 foot. It's straight. 15, 7, just over half. Oh!
Under. Oh, it's in. Long Hinkle. Ah, good.
Long Hinkle.
Long Hinkle. A blues singer.
Can my marginal recovery continue? We shall find out.
What was your score?
I can't remember, so I'm hoping it'll come up on the screen in a minute. I'm still way behind the pair of you, to be fair.
Oh, what?
It's par 3, gentlemen.
So I'm on plus 12. So I'm still massively behind. Oh my god.
But think of it this way, you're a winner because you've got to play more golf than we have.
I'm just going to do what has brought me to the dance, which is do something ridiculous and hit it as hard as I physically can.
Sounds good.
Let's see.
Maximum welly and the wind's against you.
260 feet. Yeah, that'll be fine. Absolutely fine. Come on, wind.
Oh! 1 in 1.
It's bloody shorts.
Oh!
Lucky.
Disaster. I'm 8 foot away and the ball is 2 inches.
It's quite big for a golf ball, isn't it? What does that mean? The ball is 2 inches. Oh, above the cup, so it's downhill.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that would have changed the entire game if I'd known it tells you.
Oh!
Nice par. What are you on 35?
Awesome. Happy with that. I am a happy boy with that one.
Wind's against me. 252.
Oh, no way.
I don't dare do a drop, but I bet I had. I'm gonna have to re-hit that.
You have to risk it.
It'll take me actually to the last hole or something. I know the wind's against me, but that's ridiculous.
That did take quite off course.
Right, that's a perfect shot. I aimed for there. I know the wind's against me, but I'm never gonna get there otherwise.
Oh, no way.
I'm gonna try a drop. Hopefully it's that end. Where the hell am I?
Don't know.
It's done it again. Well, what we've learned is never drop a ball. Or Andy never dropped one.
Yeah.
How do I get back to the other screen though? That's what I wanted. Oh no! Oh dear!
And that's PGA Golf.
How do I go back?
Hit that.
There's a button.
Ah,
There's a button that takes you back.
not a few.
There you go.
I wanted to see whether I'm on the map.
Thought that was Andy rage quitting, but pretending it was the wrong button.
Oh look, my internet connection's gone down. Bye.
Yeah. So, while in the background, all we can hear is chairs and tables being smashed.
Well, at least this surely is better than where you are.
I'm hitting the ball around the circumference of the lake.
John, did you just say this shore leave should be good because he spent so much time in the water?
A bit of a...
Oh, that's beautiful.
There we go. Back in the game now.
I'm 8 inches below.
Nice. Below the cup. I've realised I've not taken the opportunity to say the oldest joke in the world, so I'll line that up for later.
Is it golf related or just old? Oh, what? Ah, too hard.
Ooh. Wow.
Only one ahead with John now.
Hey.
Right.
Whatever you do, don't hit it into the wall.
My top tip.
Don't do that at all.
Can you move your mouse over a bit, please, Gareth?
Yeah, there you go.
Great, thanks.
Oh, I genuinely am feeling some pressure.
You've got the wind with you.
That's either genius or not genius.
Use the wind, Gareth. Oh, you cheeky scamp. Where's that gone?
Dunno.
Buzzed off the side, isn't it?
Oh,
He's in the water.
the ball's technically fine, but my man.
Someone needs shorts now.
I want to see if that actually. I'm in the tough rough. So 50, 25, 75. Wrong button. Too hard.
Ooh.
I've just realised, have we just invented golf for the lockdown gentlemen?
Yeah, maybe.
Business golf, online golf.
Yeah. Because there's not better golf games available.
As I said it, I did think probably be a bit better on Xbox.
But now that you've said that, mate, the next time that I'm embroiled in business, I will certainly take them to PGA Golf.
What do you do? Yeah, it'll be a new strategy.
What I'll do is I'll have a briefcase, and I'll dress in a suit, and then I'll surprise them by blasting this out.
Oh, they'll love it.
And stripping off to your shorts.
My shorts will be underneath, so they don't even see that one coming.
Well, they wouldn't do through 2 layers of clothing, would they?
Exactly.
Could be a whole new trend in golf. The next time people are allowed to play. Oh, you're allowed to play golf, aren't you, at the moment?
You can, as long as you're playing it with no more than 6 people.
Yeah, no more than 6 people. They all have to be family members, wearing face masks, born on a Tuesday.
Unless they're all 11-year-olds, so you can have about 50 11-year-olds and 6 adults, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, it's my go, isn't it?
Yeah, you might want to aim.
But in the clubhouse, the rules don't apply. You know, when you need a beer.
Have I told you?
Yeah.
I've worked out a way of saving the pubs.
Saving the pubs?
Yeah.
No, I don't know how you managed to save that shot, because that was going in the water. How are you saving the pubs?
So all we do, right, is we get rid of the drinking age. There's only about in there as you like.
Genius.
Yeah.
So, oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. And now
Never mind public health.
I've got to go for it now.
Yeah. No,
If you
good.
get this without concentrating. Oh, in the tree. I think the tree saved you there.
Yeah, also the other thing, if we're going back to Victorian times, all that child labour we can use will help the economy.
Yeah, that's true.
They'll need a pint after all that work.
They will.
Yeah. It's because you're not in the map. You're now on the semi-rough green grass, green of home.
That was a bit powerful, John. Even into the wind. You're not allowed to see the map.
Well, I wanted to see, you know. Oh, there we go. That's what I was.
That one?
Very much.
Your ball's 4 inches below.
Good. And I've got-
Watch out for the wind. Oh, he's gone crazy.
Never mind. Never mind. It wasn't meant to be. The shorts have run out of power. I'm going to have to go and put them on recharge in a minute.
So what you're saying is your short games let you down.
It has.
I think that's a genuine golf pun there. Oh, golf.
I don't know if this is... Oh, John. I thought you didn't have enough power on that.
No. Just ran beautifully sailing past.
It's uphill.
Oh, and I've cocked that completely. Sliced it horribly. Right, it's 3 foot. I was wrong.
Full circle.
Tap it in, John. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, that's done as much possible damage to my chances as I could have done, and involved no water whatsoever. So there's not even an excuse for it.
Is it me or is that just the other map?
No, hang on.
It's just got one less bit of water for you to go into, mate. Don't worry, you'll still find it.
What? Distance 246 yards? I don't think that's what you set up.
This thing not actually auto redirect you when you use the map screen, because I'm starting to think that I've just been hitting it randomly and hoping.
Well, I thought if you lined it up on the map screen, we avoided the water. Yeah, if you lined it up on the map, that then lined it up in not real life, but on the course. But
I'm sure it does.
I don't think it does, no. This is where
Oh, I didn't even... I pressed the wrong button.
This is where we've all been going wrong.
Knocked myself off the screen.
I believe they invented the word yeet for just that occasion.
I think that me and Andy in our efforts here have pretty much conspired collectively to hand.
Don't go in the water now.
Oh, I've got to be honest, I've not played well. So if I do win, I don't know what that says about us as a gaming nation. Gaming nation?
So there's only once this is finished, we've only got 2 more holes to go before we declare a victor.
Yes. I think, let's be honest, I think golf's won today.
Yes. The winner is definitely sport.
It's
Yes.
You could say, Gareth, it was the Dark Souls of its day.
You could. I'll be honest with you though, when it comes to sports simulations, I think this has been pretty accurate because I've been bloody useless at it.
Yeah.
And I can honestly say I'm bloody useless at every sport I've ever tried. So in that respect, even though this is 20 odd years old, it's spot on.
Yeah, it's much more realistic than, for example, FIFA, where when I play football in real life, I'm shocking, and on FIFA, I'm pretty much Lionel Messi.
Yeah. I presume he's a footballer.
He is.
Okay.
Possibly, arguably the best footballer that ever lived.
Well, that's good. Talking of professional footballers, when my parents were in Croydon last week, we bumped into Sean Derry.
Oh, good.
Yes, I'd never heard of him either, but my dad was like, oh, I know him. And apparently he manages Crystal Palace or something sports Crystal Palace.
You know that's great because my boss when I worked in Guildford is a massive Crystal Palace fan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a clip out of this and basically show him the fact that you met the manager of his football club and just had no bloody idea who he was.
Yeah, no, I might not even be the manager. Definitely part of the team. Used to play for them. And thing on depending on the wind direction, and if I'm out of my house, even standing by my front door when they're playing at home, when the crowds are in, I can actually hear them.
Yeah.
The crowd or the players?
Both, if they're loud enough. That's how physics works. But yeah, I live a mile from their ground.
I was making a joke that they might not have many fans, but it didn't really work.
Oh, shall I risk it for a biscuit?
Yes, my ex-manager is a fan of Crystal Palace because obviously he was born and grew up in Croydon, which you would have thought would rule him out of being a bank manager.
Yeah, he would have done. I don't know. We got banks.
Yeah, but how many get regularly robbed?
I don't know. Not as bad as people think it actually is.
But basically, the contours of that, I reckon you just hit it straight because
and hope
the bends are going in every possible direction.
When whoever edits this, they're going to have to find out. Oh, you tit wanker! Who? Sorry. Oh, what? Who had the longest putt?
I just realised how we could have made this interesting. We could say whoever loses this has to edit it.
Yeah, but then like that would have been pointless on my regard. I would basically be saying John edits it.
Which I'm silently hoping for anyway.
I'd just literally upload the whole thing in one. Right, 13, 20, 75. Got to be good. Oh, you git. Are you, by that, I'm assuming you're saying this isn't interesting. What would have made this interesting is having some semblance of skill. 3 foot 10, 50.
Enough quips going on that'll make, a montage of us making jokes and watching Andy fall into the water will be fine.
Let's just do that. The whole video. This is scarily accurate for how good I am at golf in the real world. Because I'd be quite proud of those scores.
I wouldn't, even though I'm absolutely hopeless at the game, I still probably wouldn't get these kind of scores in real life.
I was just going to say, guys, technically, as this is a multiplayer game, does this count towards multi-tap madness? Not that it's as dynamic as Bomberman, but we are... I don't want to jinx it, actually. Shall I say it? Are we really playing a multiplayer game?
It's like I said, it's a three-way, isn't it? It's like if we had one girl and all took turns. Is that the gangbang?
It's not really a double entendre when you're just describing what a threesome is. No, foursome. Three-way. Yeah.
Three-way.
Three-way on the freeway. No?
I don't know. It's
fairway. Three ways the road.
Yeah, I was about to say, that just sounds incredibly dangerous.
Right, I'm going to do something crazy here, guys.
The car's coming.
Is it multiplayer? Hey, guys, leave your comments below. Yeah. What do you think?
Oh, no. Botched that completely.
They've got hedgehogs, you know.
What, in this game? Or in
no, my parents.
I've got a hedgehog as well.
Have you got an animal cam?
No.
You should get one. They're only cheap and they're fantastic.
I thought that was illegal.
Do you put the camera on the animal?
Yeah. Super glue.
Yeah.
What does the hedgehog do next?
Dies.
It's just got stuck trying to get through a fence because it's got a bloody great big camera stuck.
Yeah, it just died. That reminds me of one of my favourite jokes of all times.
A hedgehog with a super glue camera on its back has reminded you of your favourite joke?
Yeah.
You have to tell it now.
Yeah, the joke is, did you know that every time a pigeon has sex, it dies?
No.
Yeah, it's true. The one I fucked did anyway.
Just as I'm about to take the shot as well. Oh god.
This is new tactics to make us laugh, and he knows if I laugh too hard I get hiccups, so I have a horrible squeaky laugh when I'm trying not to
Yes.
get the hiccups.
Laugh.
Is that the one you just played, John?
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Maybe I was just having flashbacks in my mind's eye of water.
Yeah. Or flashbacks to all that practicing you were doing all week.
Don't know what you mean.
They used golf balls to do the bouncing bombs, you know.
Did they?
Yeah.
No wonder they weren't very successful because, you know, with all that sand and water in the way.
Yeah. I didn't do it on a golf course, obviously. It'd be amazing how bombs don't bounce when they hit the ground.
No, especially on golf courses.
No.
Well, Andy's made a solid start into this one. I find it the king of all clubs.
3 wood's a classic.
Yeah. Very underrated.
When it comes to golf, you've basically only got the 3 wood or the Tiger wood, haven't you?
Yeah, you have. You have.
One of them obviously being slightly more successful than the other.
Well, the 3 wood can drive better, that's for certain.
Yes. Oh, there's a 10-year-old joke. That's good.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's very good.
Good for him.
Bill Blackmore,
Didn't Phil Blackmore used to do stuff for MTV?
wasn't he in Thin Lizzy? That was a completely different person I was thinking of, weren't it? Thin Lizzy was Phil Lynott. Right, what was the best tactic? I know I was watching then, but I wasn't taking anything in.
No, you're telling jokes while I'm trying to take shots, Gareth.
Right.
The best tactic appears to be, you see that yellow stuff? If you aim for about there, it helps. It makes you all relaxed because you feel like you're on a beach.
You can't actually rotate, so what do we reckon? About there?
What do you mean you can't rotate?
Well, you thought it would do it. It's obviously, it's not 3D graphics, is it? It's sprite based.
This is what happens when you have a console that doesn't have Mode 7.
Is that the famous thing Nintendo had?
That's it.
What's it, weren't it? It was Pilot Wings was the best Mode 7 game.
Oh, I loved a bit of Pilot Wings. Pilot Wings.
Ah, it was good, wasn't it? I was no good at it.
Yeah, really, really good. And I've always been amazed that they've not brought it back. I suppose the trouble is a lot of Pilot Wings is now in Grand Theft Auto 5 because they could just keep making add-ons for it.
Yeah. Well, it's the thing, isn't it? Like I said, with some games back in the day are now literally just kind of sub-games.
The way GTA 5 is going, by the time GTA 6 comes out, it'll probably have like fully fledged American football.
100%, wrong button. So yeah, because the golf's pretty decent.
I'm sure it is. The tennis is pretty good.
Yeah. So apparently you can drive in the game as well.
You can. You can even walk into shops.
No way. You'll be able to like steal cars in some of the later revisions, I imagine.
I imagine so. The way things are going.
Made by the same people that made Lemmings back in the day. Yeah, changed their name, but basically the same company. There.
I loved a bit of Lemmings. I'm a big Lemmings fan.
Yeah, DMA Design did Lemmings, then went on to do Race and Chase, which then became the first top-down Grand Theft Auto.
We'll have to do a Grand Theft Auto retrospective. Because I might cause an argument because I think that GTA 4 is better than GTA 5.
Yeah, I could see how you could say that.
Now, does this map remind anyone of anything? That
Yes.
you've got to be careful that your balls don't go deep in that water, John.
Yes, I will try. I think I'm going deep in the tree.
Completely missed the water there, John. Well done.
Yeah, I couldn't have gone much further away from the water if I tried.
That could be good. Oh, it is good.
It'll do. I thought it was going to play for the water, if I'll be honest. It's hard
It did
to...
look cool.
I thought you what's that look like then? Are we talking your penis?
What do you think it looks like, Gareth?
Well, I don't know. It looks like a plan view of golf course. Really quite a nice one. I could also understand how some sick deviants could look at that and see a penis.
It's lucky that none of our viewers are sick deviants.
No.
So that it'll pass completely over their heads.
Yeah.
Well, apart from Ted, but he's inside now, so we can't watch us anymore.
Yeah.
Good old Ted. The fact that you two giggled like children the moment I said penis, I think you know who the deviants are, Andy. We've all got one.
Look at it. No, I haven't.
Well, not everyone does.
Wow.
On par. Is it on par, under par?
If you
It was on par. You've actually played quite well, John.
I was about to say, if you look at my scorecard, there's no two ways about it. I either do decent or utter disaster.
Yeah.
I think you improved when the shorts came on.
It definitely did. They definitely pulled me back into it. So you were clearly right that my teams were holding me back, which, funnily enough, is something that people who know my family have also said.
Yeah, your balls were restricted. It's definitely helped.
It just feels so airy now.
Airy.
Airy.
Good.
Oh, damn it. Press the wrong button again.
Now you good? You good?
Yes.
That'll do.
Nice. That'll do, Pig. That'll do.
That'll do,
Every
pig.
time that happens, I've got the wee thing going on in my head. Nice on.
I worked in a building many years ago that they used for the launch of Wii Sports Resort Nintendo UK.
Nice.
I know, I didn't get to play anything. I just had to do loads of work helping it, getting it set up.
Were there any interesting gimmicks that they did?
They had an archery thing. They basically just had a load of Wii's set up with each of the games so that people could go. Like, it was mainly games journalists, obviously.
Yeah.
There is a massive bunker in the way of this, by the way. What? Can I use a club to chip it over?
I would have thought so. If not, that's really harsh because there's absolutely no way of avoiding
Yeah.
it.
What can I use to...
You've got the 7 iron. don't you?
So, if there isn't a club that you can chip it over, that's the essence of golf out the window.
What's the pitch, though? Can I change it from pitch to...
Not a forward.
I'd go for a putter.
The higher pitching wedge, the higher the number, the steeper the pitch.
I definitely
Forward. What about a sand iron? Would
Pitching
that chip
wedges,
it?
yeah, probably
pitching wedge.
are a choice. But
Should I give
Which-
it more power?
what bit of me and John both go pitching wedge. I'll use a driver. That'll do
I
it.
didn't use a driver.
You did.
No, I didn't.
You did.
You
Did
did.
I?
Yeah.
No. Blast. Oh shit, maybe I did. I thought I had it on that.
Right.
Down wedge, way forward.
Nice.
In the hole.
Ooh, I think that clips the flag on the way through. This is the last hole, isn't it? This is hole 9.
Yeah, I don't think we can do 18.
Let's hope so. No, I physically can't do another 9.
Yeah. Oh, that's decent.
Oh!
That was harsh.
Did we decide whether this was technically multiplayer?
Yeah, I'll stick it in multi-tap madness. I think it. I mean, it's not even on the Super Nintendo, and it doesn't, and the Mega Drive doesn't have a multi-tap anyway. So
No.
it's ambiguous at best.
And so we've made it work.
Yeah.
So 51, is that what I've got to beat?
Yes. What did I have?
47?
I don't think so. I think I've missed out on Andy's score by like a point. I think I'm like 1 under. I can't remember how under par Gareth is, but I think this is going to be one of those things where he would have to have. Yeah, he's only 9 over, so you've got to have one hell of a stinker not to win this.
What's the current thing?
So
You're 9 over par.
You need to be 6 shots down, mate. Basically, no, 7 shots. It's 6 to draw, 7 to lose.
Now if he's 9 over and he's got to do this in 4, he'd have to fuck this up by 10
Yeah,
to
you'd have
lose.
to 10 just to draw. I I think the unfortunate thing is we're being a little bit too quiet to kind of manipulate Gareth into the water. And bear in mind, this is the last chance for me to get that joke in. Yes, I think that may have to wait for or GTA Golf. I assume GTA Golf has water that you can knock yourself into, having never played it.
Yeah, and then you can pull out a gun and shoot the people next to you.
Well, that's what I've always wanted for the golf course.
It's a versatile sport, golf, if you've got guns.
Yeah, it's like it's like mixed with hunting, isn't it? Take a pack of both with you, and if they miss, then you just hunt them down. Yes.
Sorry, I'm actually focusing.
We know you are. We're trying to distract you.
That's why I'm talking to you, Gareth.
Tell me a joke, John.
What's your most embarrassing life moment, if you were looking back at something?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a tricky one. I'm quite lucky because, as a famous Adam Savage once said, if I had self-esteem, that would have been embarrassing.
Yeah.
45. Did I win?
So Gareth is the winner. I'm just going to
just check your score, John.
I will check mine because
right. Let me come out.
I cannot actually remember what I had.
That's a cracker, man.
16. I was one off catching Andy.
I'm not last for a change.
That was a comeback and a half, I feel, because I set off in the most dire of circumstances and I clawed my way slowly back and still ended up last. So if there's anything that I think teaches people is kids, don't try.
Yeah. Accept failure.
It teaches them adhere to the dress code.
Yeah.
You put the shorts on, it changed you.
It did. I felt more in it to win it, but I didn't.
You did put the shorts on, right? You were in them.
No, they are officially upon my body.
Oh, that's okay. You just weren't holding them up to the camera and you sat there in your pants the whole time.
I have to say, in retrospective looking, I really enjoyed that.
All right.
I thought it was quite good. I'm not really surprised that this game would go over well with people because it's incredibly playable. It's quite really enjoyable.
Well, as Winston Churchill said, golf is just a good way to spoil a perfectly good walk. So I think the joke's on him.
Yeah.
Because we didn't walk anywhere. No. We did this from the comfort of our home.
Yeah. I believe he said it was a good walk ruined, which is slightly more succinct as a quote. But all in all, yeah.
I was paraphrasing.
Oh, my mind's blown.
It certainly didn't ruin my seat. It more than enhanced my seat.
It's a lovely sit down.
Yeah, it's one of the better sit downs that I've had this week.
Well, I believe it was Winston Churchill who said golf is a sit down ruined.
Yeah, but then what did he ever do?
Churchill, yeah, just genocide.
I don't remember him ever having a channel on YouTube.
No, that's a very good point. When it comes to social media, he was awkward at best. Oh dear, my brain hurts.
I think we better leave the golfing experience there.
Yes.
Go on, John. Just one final stroke.
Go on.
Bang it off into the water.
I'm just just gonna hit this as hard as I possibly can.
That's
You missed the water.